Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. That is the Coffee Company live here on Tottenham on Tour. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. Me talking again, but that's the way it goes here. It's the way. I'm here with David. So good you want to hear me twice. No one wants to hear me twice. How are you doing this morning, David?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Bit of a nightmare on the school run. Seeing a snowplow in the rain was kind of not what I expected this morning. So, yeah.
No, it's not what you expect at all. But we're here back for the daily morning brews, this new series we're starting, and hopefully it is all fine. StreamYard is having some issues, so if any issues happen, it's not on our end, so we do apologise. But to start the show off, happy birthday to Tottenham legend Cliff Jones. So happy birthday to the original Welsh wizard. It went Cliffy Jones, Gareth Bale, David Tottenham, Rodrigo Roadman. There we go. The illustrious Dragons. But let's see who is in the house before we start off. We got the number one Agenbar in the world. We got Celery Agent. Good to see you, mate. Shawnee Slater. Colin Cross, another Welsh wizard. We got a Tavercan Wembley 1. Andrew Gregory Shamu. We got Swifty saying that remark. We got Shamu. Good to see you, mate. Good morning, guys. Good morning, MZ. Shem Tang. I thought the echo was me again. Yeah, it's me. It's me. I'm playing. Have to keep it up north, but Cliffy Jones, happy birthday. Good stuff. Morning, all. 1 year since we lost, but Barack, may his songs live on. Absolutely. Good morning and good morning. Right. We got some news this morning. We got a few topics, and we're going to start off with the news of Galatasaray. Galatasaray have decided they want to reunite the old clique. Galatasaray are bringing back a load of old Tottenham players, and now they are very interested in Giovanni Lo Celso. Who would have thought? So, what do you think of this, David? They're bringing back it's like the Legion of Doom coming back together.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't believe it when you know what I mean, seeing how many ex-Tottenham players are getting, especially Serge Aurier. Do you know what I mean? That was kind of out of the blue. But yeah, the fact that they want Lo Celso, whether Lo Celso will go there, I can't see it. Do you know what I mean? I don't think in his head he wants to go over there and play that type of team. I think he's got if he was to leave, I think he'd be used as a deal with Barca for a player or something like that. Because obviously we've got the links of Rafinha. So, do you know what I mean? I think he'd be used for something like that. But yeah, it's like they are trying to get them all back in it. You know, it's like it's a bit weird where their Phoenix.
Any Tottenham team, you're bringing them all back together. You don't bring the Celso, Ndombele, Aurier, Ericsson, Vinicius. Sanchez.
Yeah.
That's the most. Is there a word? Let us know in the comments down below or in the chat. Is there a worse team that could possibly be reunited? It's like when Fandango and Tyler Breeze became Breeze Dango, whatever it was. The fashion, please let us know. What a rush! Sell, and now win trophies probably. Shout out Hawk and the Animal. Shout out Hawk and the Animal. Absolutely. But this is a really weird, funny story, isn't it? They're bringing them back together.
Yeah, it is. It's mad. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, they're not exactly the best of the bunch that we've got rid of, are they? So, you know what I mean? It's maybe it's just because it's easier to get them type of players. I mean, you know, if you look at the clubs they were respectively in, I mean, we wanted Sancho out as quick as we could. Sanchez out, sorry, as quick as we could. So that made sense. Aurier obviously is unwanted at, was it Forest he was at?
Forest, yeah.
Vinicius, same from Fulham. Was he Fulham?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, the dressing room will be vibes, wouldn't it?
It'd be absolutely.
You know what I mean? It would be mental.
All going to McDonald's, all having a laugh. It'd be Tongi. It's your call this time, mate. You getting the Big Macs in? I don't want the Big Mac. And then, no, you're getting a Big Mac. What's the next piece of news, David?
I mean, you've got I think there's been a couple, haven't there? I mean,
Yeah.
apparently Jed Spence has really liked the Genoa, which is a surprise, but it's
Yeah.
good. You know, a report came out this morning that they really, really like him and in training and stuff like that. So hopefully, you know what I mean, he sorted out his little issues of training and stuff like
Yeah.
that and his attitude out, and he can actually progress there and they buy him in the summer.
Yeah, it'd be great,
You know
right?
what I mean?
That's really good to hear, isn't it? That he's doing well. That's really, really nice to hear that he's actually doing well for himself, because that's probably what he needed to be around, to be out of the English bubble, away from the English media, new style of life, new chiller style of life, being in Italy. That's great to hear, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, Jed Spence has talent. No one can deny that. He is a good player. But like we've seen loads of times, he's this attitude that he seems to have. Maybe this is the part where his attitude changes and he realizes if he carries on the way he's going, he could end up, you know what I mean, dropping down in tiers of football rather than progressing his career.
Yeah.
So this could be a turning point for him, and you never know. He could come back to Spurs with a better attitude, and then we've got a right back situation covered. You know, type of thing like that. You know.
Yeah.
But it's nice to hear.
We really hope he does well for himself. If he can do really well for himself, that'd be really good, wouldn't it? And you could see that if he does well, and maybe Andrew will give him a run in the team. Yeah. If he does well, and he's been proved. But
that's the possibility there. Do you know what I mean? Because don't forget, he came under Conte, right? Now everyone wanted him. Do you know what I mean? The Spurs fans wanted him. Apparently, the club was really wanting him. Apparently, Conte wanted him. But then he came, and we didn't see anything. Didn't see anything of him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's all about that, isn't it? You know what I mean? We've seen the attitude of players. Some players can have an attitude and work within a team. We know from Ant from the start, he does not like people with attitude.
Yeah.
Yes. Can't be a McDonald's Happy Meal toy, can you?
Yeah, no, you can't. No, you can't.
But yeah, fingers crossed for him, he does well. And I mean, if Genoa come in with a decent bid in the summer, I've got no qualms in selling him either.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? One of them. I hope he does really do well in his career. You know what I mean? He's still young. And you don't like seeing a player with talent ruin it over attitude.
Dembele! Yeah. Sorry, guys. I've had a bit of a cough this morning. You never know when one of those is going to come. FA Cup was last night. Let's get the results of the bloody game, shall we? I know Chelsea won, which is always disgusting, but they watched our stream. Yeah, they watched our streams. To the Chelsea boys, I hope you liked and subscribed to the stream, and I hope everyone else has liked and subscribed to the stream. And just as a thing, while I scroll through, yesterday was the 7th. Just as a thing, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the coffee company. The hyperlink is in the link, so you've got no excuse. You don't even have to leave the stream. So press the like on the coffee company. Go and subscribe to the coffee company. It really helps me out and it helps Tottenham on tour out. But let's look at the results for this week's games, because we got a few. We got Coventry versus Sheffield United, which was 4-1 to Coventry. Then we have Plymouth Argyle 1, which a goal was set up by Ashley Phillips, which is here. We can talk about Ashley Phillips quickly. Leeds 4, which is never great. Southampton 3, Watford 0. Forest 1, Bristol City 1. Nottingham Forest 1 on penalties. So commiserations to Bristol City and to
did fantastic.
And of course Villa 1 and Chelsea 3. So that's a really good result for Chelsea, isn't it? That they've got through. They watched Tottenham on tour, it galvanised themselves, and they've won a game of football. So we all receive our check in the post, Mr. Bowley.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm hoping to see that check from Bowley, no, like we said yesterday with the Chelsea, right? They needed to look at themselves as well. It's all right blaming the manager, it's all right blaming the owners, but the players as well needed to look at themselves. And yesterday they did. I mean, don't get me wrong, Villa were dreadful. Villa were very, very poor. And you know what I mean? Are we seeing that little bit of a Villa drop off? Do you know?
Yeah.
Because they've been pitted up there. Do you know what I mean? There are times they've even said, "Oh, could Villa win the league and all this?"
Yeah.
Villa had a great opportunity early in the season. Yeah, you had City who were without De Bruyne and Rodri at times and struggling. You had Spurs missing all their players. You have other teams that were just having issues. Do you know what I mean? So Villa had a little bit of a good run and put them in the bracket now. Now that it's coming to the second half of the season, which is everyone knows this point of the season now is the hardest part. Players are tired. Players don't get a break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You pick up the injuries, you pick up the fatigue, you pick up all that. Villa, for me, you know what I mean? They're going to struggle these latter stages of the season, I believe. And, you know, that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? It takes seasons upon seasons to build a team to be able to compete in the latter stages. Even City at times. Well, not City, sorry. Like the likes of Liverpool, like, you know what I mean? Arsenal, like, you see that when it comes to this latter stages of the season, fatigue kicks in. You struggle to win them games, the important games, the ones that keep you in that position, because all the other teams are building up there. So, but no, great result for Chelsea. You know what I mean? Keeps Poch in his job longer.
Good.
Yeah, good. That's all we want. And yeah, you know what I mean. But the worrying thing is, technically, they could still win trophies.
They could win the double. They could win the double. So Anir was complaining about the worst period. They could win the double this year. They're still in the shout to win the double. So let's see what they do. We don't need to panic yet, Anir, but cheers for the support. If you are a Chelsea fan and you watch the stream, please let us know what you think of Chelsea. This is a show that's more inclusive to other football fans, and we're going to talk news of other teams, and Chelsea is just one of them. We've got a comment from Nick saying, "I'm confused. Morning, Bruce. Did I miss Cockroach?" So we are scaling back Cockroach-Doodle-Doo here on Tottenham on Tour because it is almost impossible to get 3 guests every single day because Brian is getting up used to get up at 4 a.m, which with someone with a job, you cannot do that. That is you're risking firstly your own mental health and you're risking your work life. So I am up at 8 o'clock in the morning anyway. So me and David are going to do the morning news show. This is a news show that we're going to be doing weekdays, and we're going to be going back to doing Cockroach-Doodle-Doo on a Friday if we can get some guests on. If we can't get guests on, we'll do another one of these. That's the thing. Cockroach-Doodle-Doo it's really taxing to do, and if we don't get guests, we can't do a show. So that's all part of the show. But cheers, Nick. Good to see you. Brian is doing well. He's doing some training for his new job, so he's doing really well at the moment. So Villa going for the Champions League spot. It doesn't look. They have dropped in form a lot, haven't they?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about before. Do you know what I mean? Other teams now are picking up, whereas Villa have had their pickup. Do you know what I mean? So. I mean, with them being out of the cups and everything, fair enough. You know what I mean? They might actually, you know what I mean? They might get a bit of form again. But at the moment, they're in the position where they're just struggling in games. And in the latter stages, like I said, when fatigue kicks in, the mental health side of it, do you know what I mean? That sitting there thinking in your head, thinking, Christ, we need that Champions League spot. We need to win a game. They over-try and they make mistakes. Yeah. And vital mistakes at that. Do you know what I mean? So... And I mean, you look at them against Chelsea, it weren't like they were playing bad. They weren't good. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. They were trying at times, but overall, the entire game, Chelsea dominated them. Yeah. Now, Chelsea haven't dominated teams all season, really, have they? So, and Chelsea did well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to knock Chelsea. Their game plan worked to a T. The players on the pitch were fantastic. I mean, you've seen players like Gallagher, Enzo, Jackson, what's his name? Their left-sided player, Gustav. Is it Gustav?
Something like that. I can't remember.
Gustav or Gustav or something. He was really good. You know what I mean? The game plan worked. They listened to Poch. They played his game plan, and that's what you've seen. If you looked at Chelsea there, the weird thing is, if you look at that Villa game, that the turning point for Poch at Spurs is when he beat Villa. And then he went on that mad run for a year or two. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So could this be, you know what I mean, Chelsea's point where they actually make a turn within the season and start building onto this?
Yeah, you never know. And near ban, no problem, mate. It's all banter at the end of the day. We want to make a show that's good for people like you that don't necessarily want to hear us yap on about Tottenham the entire day. We want to be inclusive. We are a YouTube channel that likes to talk football. We are a football channel first and foremost. We just happen to have been born or chose to support Tottenham. That's it. So get your comments in. Please let us know. Please let us know what you think about your team. Let us know if you support another team. Let us know if you want us to talk about your team. And that's always good. Always good content and good chats. Good to see you, James Flower. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. We are doing well. Angelo, can Ryan so Eister-esque? No, he can't. No, he can't. Save the bridge. Morning, chaps. Good to see you, Audio Artisan. Did you know that Man City have conceded more points due to injury time goals than us? It's interesting, that, isn't it?
Bloody hell, yeah. That is interesting considering the amount we've conceded. Do you know what I mean? Wow. That is actually...
But yes, another point. Please subscribe to the Coffee Company if you haven't. The link is there. The link is in the hyperlink of the channel. We are streaming at the same time as this on the Coffee Company, so you've got no excuse to hop over there and give us a like. It really helps me out a lot. Morning. And yes, we're not a toxic channel indeed. Although people seem to think we are most certainly not. Good to see you, Ren. Players coming back. David. Before cockle-doodle-doo, we're starting to get a lot of our players back. That's a really good sign to hear before the high point of the year, the difficult point of the year when we're going towards the end of the show.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good to see. I mean, Biss was cleared. Obviously, he has contracted malaria. Basuma has contracted malaria, but he's been cleared to play.
Yeah.
So he can please come back and play, which is great news. I know he had a drop-off in form since Luton, and a lot of people are going to see that. The thing about Biss is he's that type of player that, say hypothetically, you want to close down a game, which we've struggled to do. Yeah. He can do that. He can keep that ball from midfield, and he's really great at passing players and breaking down play at times and moving the ball forward. So hopefully, you know what I mean, he comes back and he starts gauging that bit of form. Yeah. Sonny arrived back yesterday, I think it was. But obviously, I really believe he should have a little bit of a break. I mean, I know we want to win games. I know we should play our best. But if you push Sonny right now, you know what I mean, there's, like I said on yesterday's stream, honest to God, if we can't beat Brighton with our front three now, then we've got bigger issues than what we thought.
Yeah.
Simple as. So for me, I'd have him on the bench, obviously, because you still want to give him 15, 20 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Just to stretch his legs, keep himself a bit warm and everything but hopefully we don't need him at all. And we do the job on Brighton but yeah, it's nice seeing players. I believe Lo Celso's back as well from his injury. Yeah. So that's fantastic news, I know a lot of people have their issues with Lo Celso, but under Ange, he has a job and he can work in it. We've seen that in the games he's played. So, and plus having that extra player in midfield, it just helps us at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Spread the load, doesn't it? It helps spread the load. Yeah. It means if you, with 5 substitutions, Benson could play the first 45 minutes and Basuma could play the second 45, and that slots him in. So what they could do is actually they could share the load with each other. They could help each other out because they play in a very similar style. Not a very similar, but they play in that number 6 role and dictating the ball and holding on to it. And I think they could share the load and do that really well, couldn't they?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, and that's what we need at these latter stages. This is where every team pushes now because they know every point is vital. People think you can win the season before Christmas. You can't. You know what I mean? You might think you can, but I mean, we've seen it with Arsenal. Yeah, they believed in their heads that they won the league before Christmas.
Yeah.
Now look, they're third in the league after beating Liverpool, who are at the top.
Yeah.
And that shows you how easy it is to drop down the table after a game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? City have still got another game in hand, so they can get right close to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Now, Liverpool are having a bit of a struggle. I mean, you've seen it against Arsenal. they offered nothing to him. Arsenal dominated them. Arsenal were fantastic that game.
Yeah,
absolutely blew them apart. And now this is a Liverpool team who are losing their greatest manager they've had in years at the end of the season, and they couldn't galvanize themselves. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? The mistakes were mistakes. They were dreadful. But, you know, yes, he has, yeah. So this is the part now where teams, not just us ourselves, you know what I mean? A lot of teams are getting players back. I mean, so, yeah, and other teams are losing players. I mean, who was it? Oh, yeah. So is it Slozabay? Is the name?
Szoboszlai.
Slozabay. I think his name is something like that.
Footballer. He's
really good. But apparently he's going to be out for a while now.
That's a massive blow for Liverpool. No Szoboszlai. That's a massive blow. He's the heartbeat of that midfield. The energy, the skill, the quality. He's excellent, that boy.
That's it. And that's the issue is where teams didn't have the injuries pre-Christmas time and everything. They're starting to pick them up now.
Yeah.
Now, it's great for us. I mean, statistically, we've got 0.01% of winning the league. So we've got a chance, you know?
So you're saying
you know what I mean? There's a chance there. But, yeah, no, this is vital. This is the part of the season that's vital now. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely it is. We're going to go for the last topic for the show, which is talking about Mickey van der Ven. We didn't get to talk about it yesterday, but he was clocked as the fastest player in the Premier League at the weekend. It was something stupid like for 37 kilometers an hour, something stupid like that. My God, I want to put everyone in the after this stream finishes. I want everyone to put only things that are faster than Mickey van der Ven. Because there aren't many of them. He's faster than Speeding Bullet, that guy. It's unbelievable how fast he is, isn't it, David? It's unbelievable. For a centre-back, 6 foot, was he 6'4" tall? Something like that? 6 foot. He was so fast that he was just a tiny bit slower than Usain Bolt's world Olympic record sprint at the Olympics. That's how fast he was clocked at.
Yeah, so with that, first let me answer a question someone asked in the comments. Lee, where was it? Oh, yeah. So I live in a place called Dizzard, which is obviously in the county of Denbighshire. So it's about 20 minutes, half an hour from Colwyn Bay. So, yeah. So I live in Dizzard, I do, next to a waterfall. I have a waterfall just there, which is really nice. Yeah, really nice. But, yeah, right. So on that stat, yeah, right, I just want to clarify because a lot of people are using that about the Usain Bolt thing, yeah? He did clock that speed, but in a less of a sprint, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. So Mickey van der Ven did it over like a 10-meter sprint. Usain Bolt clocked it over a 100-meter sprint, right? So, you know what I mean? He hit a top speed in a shorter distance than Usain Bolt. Whether he could maintain that over that 100-meter, we don't know because obviously he's not gone from one side of the pitch to the other. But that speed to pick up the size, because don't forget, you look at the size of Usain Bolt, yeah? He is built to run.
Yeah,
right. That's what his body is designed for. Yeah, he's lean as hell. Mickey van der Ven is muscle. He's got strength within his body. Now, if you put Mickey van der Ven against Usain Bolt, Mickey van der Ven will push him over 100% of the time. Yeah, because of the body size.
Yeah,
but his speed for the size he is, his height, his weight, his build is stupid. You know what I mean? And it's not just the fact that he's fast, because you look at Adama Traore, players like that who are fast, but have nothing at the end of it, yeah? Whereas Van der Ven, it's not he's just fast. He uses it so well to get in front of players. I mean, you look at that run he made against Jack Harrison. He had like 4 or 5 yards on Van der Ven, and he got in front of him and took the ball away.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just unreal, mate.
It's how he positions himself for the run, isn't it? The way he runs, he doesn't break stride to get back into position. His brain of where to run, so he doesn't lose momentum, is absolutely second to none. It's like, remember Ledley King versus Arjen Robben when he didn't break stride, but he does that. He does it. He doesn't break stride, but he does it. Whereas someone like Ledley would put it full tilt. If he one little hobble and he's like lose. Van der Ven doesn't lose speed because his stride is like ridiculous. He's absolutely phenomenal. He's ridiculous.
I mean, for me, he could be one of them players, right, that we're going to have to fight to keep. Because if you look at majority of left centre-backs, there's not many who's got that ability of Van de Ven. Not just the pace, but the reading of the game, like you said, that footballing IQ. And a lovely bloke as well. Do you know what I mean? He's just an all-rounder. He's one of them spawned out of nowhere players.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And we were lucky enough to get him, but he's that type of player that we're going to have to fight to keep because many big teams are going to be looking at him.
Teams are going to want him. Bayern Munich are going to want him. Juventus are going to want him.
The likes of Real Madrid would want him.
Real Madrid are going to want him. Big Barcelona, if they get their act together, will want him because he suits that Barcelona and Real Madrid style of being that sort of that non-baby face, but being stern baby face.
Yeah.
Like, they love that because it's the sort of the good boy at the football club. They don't necessarily like the spike that I know they've had them all over the years at Real Madrid. But they like that sort of company guy. We like the Xabi Alonso's, the Casillas's, the people that represent the brand. So he's class. He's got that. It's that whole round, and he's got a great name as well. Mickey Van der Ven is legit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's a great name for a defender.
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky, you know, we're lucky to find these type of players. I mean, if you look at the players we recently signed, we are going to be fighting teams to keep them.
Yeah.
Van de Ven, Doji, Saw, Vicario. I mean, even Vicario, teams are going to be looking at him straight off the bat because he has been fantastic. I know people say the amount of goals we conceded and everything, but if you look at the games, bar the past couple, it's not been all Vicario's fault. Some of the goals you just can't save, you know what I mean? But Dogi, look at him. He is bloody Rolls Royce of that position there. Pape Matasar, right? Our little Yaya Toure. He is unbelievable. Yeah. And these are kids. People don't realize these are not grown players.
Yeah.
They're little kids. So we're going to have them for a few years, right? And Levy could literally, he could pay off the stadium by selling them at the end. You know what I mean? The way inflation's going and that.
Not that I want to sell them because I'm the chairman of the Pape Sarr fan club. So he's not bloody leaving. That's my guy. That's my guy. Phil P is saying the only thing faster than Mickey Van der Ven is how quick my money goes after payday. Mainly to Levy for season tickets and to the Antwerp Arms. Hashtag up the Annie. Big up the Annie. Big up. Yeah. I want in the comments when we end this show in 2 minutes, I want you to say what is faster than Mickey Van der Ven. That is your comment section job.
I've got one.
Yeah.
There is one thing faster than Mickey Van der Ven. Yeah, it's Daniel Levy leaving Tottenham Way, right on transfer deadline day.
Yeah.
He's gone. He's gone, mate. And it's actually his birthday today, you know. It's actually his birthday. Yeah, Daniel Levy's birthday today. So happy birthday to Levy. I know people don't like him.
Daniel Levy.
But so I know people don't like him for what he's done with the club, but he's still human, right? Yeah. And he's never done anything to anyone personally. So happy birthday to him. You've got to be like that, you know?
I would have thought Tottenham on tour would say happy birthday to Daniel
Levy.
See?
Yeah, that's me, though. That's me.
We're balanced here.
Yeah.
I just hope I get to share some of his presents. But
and there's one thing. There's one more thing I think we could just quickly squeeze in for the minute is the fact that Richarlison came out and is apparently seeing a therapist and stuff like that for his mental health. Yeah. So, which is fantastic, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it's great. And if there's like anyone there needs it, honestly, look at players, look at like Richarlison, openly admitting he goes to see a therapist and everything. There's nothing to be ashamed of. If you need one, go do it and it'll help you out massively.
Yeah, absolutely. Tottenham on Tour prides itself on its commitment to mental health issues and mental health support. You can talk to Brian and you can talk to our great friend over on the Free Spurs Boys, Cuva99, whenever you have some issues. There are some great people in the community that will help you out. But that's a great thing to end the show on, David. That's really
I think
fun.
It is,
David is a professional. But
I got promoted.
Absolutely. He's been promoted. He's been promoted to co-host. Love you, Levy from Daigle. But we are wrapping up the show there. just a reminder, please subscribe to the Coffee Company. This stream will redirect to the other show on the Coffee Company, so you've got no excuse to be redirected there. Just give it a subscribe. It really helps the Coff out, and it helps everyone out on Tottenham on Tour. When can we next find you on here, David?
Well, I mean, if you haven't got enough people Friday, probably then.
Great stuff.
You know what I mean? But yeah, like you said, this new show, you know what I mean? It's fantastic. We'll be back next week, you know what I mean? Doing it again, bringing all the news as we can. We've got a game this weekend, and yeah, so keep looking forward to the content. You know what I mean? I know people are going to miss Cockle-Doodle-Doo, but Morning Brews, little stream, giving you the news of all football and not just Tottenham, so you can keep up with everything and not be bombarded by Sky Sports trash.
Absolutely.
It's Morning Brews.
Say no to Sky Sports, but thank you all so much for watching today's show. I will be back today at 2 p.m. on the Coffee Company, so please get over there at 2 p.m. Got a catchphrase, David?
Big up the Gopt.
Absolutely. The Guardians of the Pombo!
Woo!
Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, if you smell what the Coff is brewing. Thank you all so much for watching. Catch you later. Ciao for now.